Yeah, so back with the Triumph here. I was going to finish up with some video of taking the rear tire off and checking the brakes and that, and getting both exhaust on and do a start up of it. But yeah, things happen so fast. I got it on the road there, so I got safety and license and everything for it, so we're all set to go. I took it out on a ride and it started cutting out and then got really jumpy, and then it quit just about a block from out of town, so I had to push it back. So as I was coasting with it, I tried the blinkers and that, and it looked like I lost all power, so I kind of dove in under the seat and I checked the fuse. So I had a blown fuse, and instead of just replacing the fuse, I with the key switch off, I put a test light in between these two wires here, and I still had power going, very bright light, so I obviously had an existing short. So I kind of looked at all the various wires and traced everything, and then checked, unplugged the rectifier to see, but it seemed, thought maybe the charging system had just kind of shorted, but actually it was kind of on the charging system, because the thing that I was left with in the circuit was the Zener diode, and that is completely shorted to ground. It was just bolted in there to the frame. Most of the ones I see have great big heat sinks on them, cooling fans or cooling fins, big aluminum heat sink. But this was just bolted right under here, and so maybe that's not original, because I see there's a couple holes there. But so I was looking to get one, but I can't get one that soon. So I had a rectifier regulator that I bought for another project, and I'm going to cut this plug off and put ends on it so I can plug in to just all the 4 wires at the rectifier. Now that's going to change this from positive ground to negative ground, but I'm hoping to do all this without, butchering up any original wiring or holes to mount it. I'll have to find a way to. I don't think this needs to be grounded, because it's got like a ground wire, but it should be bolted maybe for some heat transfer. But yeah, that's going to be the project, and we'll see if we get it going. Now, the first thing I'll have to do is get it running and take these 2 stator wires off here, and put a test light in between there, and basically test light should come on with the engine running, and yeah, get brighter as you rev it up. So I'm going to check to see that my stator's okay first, and then yeah, then I'll just cut this plug off and add on the various ends I need to plug into those 4 wires. So I got 4 wires on this regulator. This is off of probably a lawn tractor, or maybe a skidoo or something. But essentially, a lot of these small engines have, a permanent magnet charging system with 2 stator wires, and then a battery connection and a ground connection. So yeah, we'll get that started and see how we make out. Yeah, so we got it running here, and just to check the stator, you have to do the green and white wire, and then you go to the white and green light lights up there, I would hit the throttle and it should go brighter, but yeah, I haven't got too many hands, so that's a pretty good stator check. Lots of people use voltmeters and such. I mean, that's pretty good. Not grounded or so. Yeah, that's a pretty good check for those things. So yeah, I'll just try to wire up my my regulator here. Yeah, so I changed the ends on this regulator rectifier and put little spade connectors there, and these are all the wires that plug out from the rectifier. So we got two stator wires, which I checked there, the yellow, green, and white, green striped ones. Now the red one, which previously was used as ground, will plug into the black one because we're changing from negative ground to positive ground. And this brown one with the blue stripe, which was, you know, originally used as the power wire, will go to the red wire. Now I'm probably going to see if I can jury rig that in to at least bolt on one, but I don't think I need to be fully grounded because there is a ground wire. But just in case, we shall bolt it to ground. I don't want to drill any new holes or anything. And I guess I'll save this rectifier. I think it's in good shape, so maybe eventually get a new Zener diode and return it to normal. So all that's left to do is hook that up and then start her up, run a voltmeter across the battery and see if we got, you know, see if the battery voltage climbs over than original. You just hook a voltmeter up before you start it, find out what battery voltage is, and it should go up from there. Hopefully not over 14.5 or something like that, so we'll give her a shot. There we go, we got her all mounted in, and the wires all plugged into the various locations. The two yellow to the two stators, the red to what was used as the power. So negative was used as the power, and the red to the black, and then changed that to ground, because all the red wires go to ground. You'll see that's ground. There's a wire under there, so that is now ground. It's just a red wire, and the black goes to the positive. So that's, somebody's changed that color, put that fuse, because it is a brown with a blue stripe. That is the power wire. So yeah, we got her all. So all we need to do now is start her up with a voltmeter across. So see what kind of voltage we get. Yeah, so we got her running here. We'll just check her voltage quickly here. Cable popped off, so now I seem to have some smoking problems, so that's a whole different ball game. So I have to look into that. oil seems to have some back, so maybe it's just oil in the engine. I'll have to look into that. Almost looks like I could add some oil, but they say, you know, wait for it to return to the motor, so we'll get that checked over. It seems to be a little smokier than it has been, so we'll get that checked out.